welcome to some more, welcome back to more Gmod mods or add-ons, depending on what you want to call them. So we're here, we did the Simphis vehicles last time, we finished them up, and this time, before that we did all of the S cars, and now we're going into the vehicles, which we probably might not be driving any of these, because, I mean, while there's a lot of really cool cars in a lot of these sections, there's nothing that's really like, I don't know, it's nothing really like super, I don't know what to say, but it's like there's nothing really like extremely, I don't know what to say about it, but it's like there's nothing really special about them. I mean, we can just look at the outside and that's mostly what's it. Whereas the other ones had some sort of boost function, these just kind of like go at the speed that they go. And some of them are super quick as well, despite being in here, but most of them are really like not interesting in terms of their speed. But this is the map that I have been talking about for a while. I was talking about it during the Simphis stuff, and then I did say something about it in here with the Gmod stuff, and that's where I remembered the Sand King being so weird. But in here, and I talked about it while going through here, because I was like, it's lagging, so we will wait until we get into to cars that won't lag the game, and then we will go into this map, which is my favorite map. And it's called GM Rhine, right down here, and it's pretty cool. You spawn over here by this like train track area. You got some buildings around here, a little house, or like house there. Not everything you see can be accessed. Like you can't. I don't think you can go up there, and okay, yeah, you can kind of see the end of the map. Or you kind of see that that's out of bounds, and then you can see the sort of edge on the map. But it doesn't go for forever, but it does. It's a pretty big map. There's a lot going on. There's some forests. There's like some little dirt roads. There's a bridge and a little town here, and and of course there's a whole river going through the whole thing. And what I did say was that I was trying to see which cars could make it across the river. Now this one's kind of an interesting test because this is actually not that deep of a river. So it's interesting to see, what cars can actually make it across it, which some of them can't, which is kind of obvious, but like some of them you think might be able to, can't actually. And over here the river is significantly deeper, so I mean, while I have tried to get some stuff across this river, not much has been able to actually go across the river. Although, weirdly, some cars have been able to go, like, into the river, like, be completely submerged in water and then be able to just drive right out. Which is kind of surprising, but, we'll not worry about that right now because we have other things to do. So, we are in vehicles. We are looking at the Black Mesa vehicles first. And we have, first, the BMRF Security Jeep Cherokee. So this is the... I mean, it's just a Jeep Cherokee. It's a security vehicle, that type of thing. I mean, it looks like it says Jupe right there and not Jeep, but whatever. I'm not really complaining about it. Just kind of drive it through here and see what we can do about it. No, that got stuck underwater. It's very interesting to see what can do it. Here we have a Ford Crown Victoria. Unsurprisingly, what it looks like. I may actually end up driving most of these into the lake because I feel like it'd be quite interesting. Again, it kind of failed. This one, we have our first big vehicle, the Hummer, which is just kind of a basic, like, army scale Hummer with the big things up the back of it. Now this one also got stuck underwater. Now it does actually not seem that deep, but it is relatively deep that even something like a Hummer can get stuck under it. This is the Hummer TOW, which I assume refers to the gigantic gun or whatever it is on the top, which I don't believe you can shoot, but again, it's underwater. Here we have a little tank type thing, the LAV-25, which it's pretty good. Again, I don't think you can actually do anything about it. Ooh, actually, Oh, we got it. This thing can go through the river. I actually have done probably most of these vehicles on the river, but you know, it's been a while, so yeah. So this is probably one of the biggest vehicles I have seen in any of these mods. It is the M1075, and it's sort of like a hauling truck, like you'd put like another vehicle on the back of this maybe, but I'm not quite sure. You'd think it'd be like a semi thing, but it has 10 wheels on it, which is pretty insane. And yeah, it is definitely one of the biggest vehicles in the game. If I can actually get in it. Hello? The driver's side is there, so if I do like that. Oh my goodness. Can I get in the vehicle? Yeah, I did it. Okay. Yeah, this thing is ginormous. And of course it can make it all the way through here. Yeah, so it's one of the longest vehicles that is in any one of these mods. We have the M35, which is a sort of army truck. There's like a flatbed on the back. Oh, now I can't make it. We have two other versions of the M35. We have the canvas version, which is sort of like a sort of transport truck for, you know, more of like the troops, which actually does look a little bit taller than the other one before, but you know, it still can't make it across the river. And then we also have the wood back, which is another like transport truck. Again, I don't really know what these would be used for exactly, but you know, maybe someone who would actually know could tell the people. So then here we have a Nissan D21 utility truck, which you know, I mean, it's kind of a little weird, but whatever. I mean, it's probably not gonna make it across. No. Here we have something else interesting. We have a Borderlands 2 vehicle, the Bandit from Borderlands 2. If you've played that game, so you probably know what I'm talking about with this. But oh, okay, that completely slid sideways. But it's a pretty cool looking car, and I mean, for me not actually have played Borderlands, it looks like something that'd be in Borderlands. So there's another section called chairs, and these chairs don't count, despite some of them being like, you know, like chairs from actual vehicles, but it's like it doesn't care. It doesn't matter. So we have the CRSK autos here, which are a bunch of real cars, which are pretty awesome. So this is, a lot of them are missing textures though, which is a little sad. So this is the Aston Martin DB11 from 2017. It's pretty cool. It's also pretty fast. That's another thing about some of these cars. The 2015 BMW i8, which this is also another relatively fast car, probably not as fast as the other one over there. I don't know why I'm running these things in the water. I probably shouldn't be doing that. But here we have one of the things that I'm so glad has an actual texture on it. The Bugatti Vision Gran Turismo from 2015. And this thing is absolutely amazing. And also stupidly quick. Maybe not stupidly quick, but pretty quick. Okay, you know, maybe it's whatever. It should be much quicker than this is right now, but it's still really cool. I really like this thing. So I'm glad that I can actually drive around in it, and it has a texture. So alright, I'm just gonna stop. Next we have something a little bit more normal rather than like, you know, super limited cars. A Ford Crown Victoria LTD from 1987, which again doesn't have a texture on it, and probably can't get through the water. We have a Lamborghini Centenario LP770-4 from 2016 right here, which this one, I don't know that I think the main thing was some of the the actually quicker cars, they just have a really quick like beginning acceleration, but their top speed really isn't that fast. So, you know, if S cars and the Sim Fizz stuff like looked better and ran better, I would say pick those over anything else. But like, they don't work as well. This is the Lamborghini Jalpa from 1984. Kind of unscribing. It's just kind of basic. Ah, I died. No. We also have, once I can get back over here, the well, a McLaren 720S from 2017. Oh, which, you know, is another car that's meant to be very quick, but this mod doesn't seem to make them very quick. It's more just like, you know, they exist to exist, that type of thing. We also have one that actually has a texture, the Mercedes-Benz E63 AMG W212 from 2013, which is pretty cool. Again, it's meant to be relatively fast, but it's not, because, you know, this it doesn't really allow it. We have a Mitsubishi Lancer Evolution 9 MR from 2005, which, again, it's meant to be relatively fast, that type of thing, but yeah, it's again with the whole non-existence of speed. Here we have the Nissan 370Z Nismo Z34 from 2016, which this one, again, this one's meant to be another really quick one because it's a Nismo car, but, you know, again, it's not going to be that way. Here we have something a little bit different. The Peugeot 406 Taxi, which I believe there's actually a better skin for it. There isn't actually. When you can take off the taxi, you can open the hood. I thought there was actually a better skin for this, but it doesn't have, oh, whatever. But it says taxi right there and whatever. I mean, it also doesn't really look like a taxi. It looks more like a I don't know. I mean, it has a ridiculous splitter and spoiler on it, so I don't know. Just like we had the Mitsubishi before, we also have the Subaru WRX STI from 2015, which, you know, again, if you could see it, then it would be even better, but it turns out the answer is not really. And then next we have the Volkswagen Carmen Gia that we had before. We had that, I believe we had it in the last Digger Cars episode or video. So yeah, it's not a good looking car. It's also really dumb, and of course, you know, missing textures. And then we have another thing, which is actually in a separate section. It's in this section called the Dark Lay section. So this is the Chevrolet Tahoe Sheriff, when it says Blaine County on it, which makes me think GTA, but I mean, if it's a real car, then it can't. And it does say San Andreas. Why? I don't know. Whatever. So it has a police car. It actually has a bunch of things in the bottom right, which I don't know how to activate. But I mean, it looks like there's different sirens and different like functions, and like different things you can do, and like lights you can do, and like the inside. I mean, there's like a computer there, and there's like navigation thing. I mean, it's like a legitimate like police type vehicle, and of course, you know, it's like a Chevrolet Tahoe. Oh, I mean, it's not necessarily what I meant to do. I was more or less trying to, no, alright, we're stuck. What I was going to try to do was get it across, but then I'm running into another car, which is another thing that if I was actually driving across this river, I wouldn't end up doing. I wouldn't leave these cars in the middle of the river so that they'd have a better chance, but yeah, so, that is it for the first episode of the regular vehicles. Next time we'll continue on, and like in this one we combined the first four, besides for the chairs obviously, but we combined the first four. If there's ones that are too long, or that are, like, if it's short enough, I will combine them with like the next one, as long as the next one isn't too long. But if for most of this I probably won't be driving them, because there's some that are like really long, so I just want to like get through all the vehicles. So, you know, this probably won't be happening every time, but it'll happen probably a few times, just because there'll be sections with significantly less cars in them. So yeah, yeah. So that's the general thing that'll be happening for the next little while, because we have quite a few cars to go through here, quite a few mods as well. I don't exactly remember all of the differences in or all the different cars that are in here and how many are in each section, but we'll see later. And that is it.